Chico State students will soon be heading back to campus in preparation for the fall semester.
But as Action News reporter Court Klopping shows us, the number of returning students will be the lowest the university has seen in years due to increasing budget cuts.
Our enrollment will be around 16,000. It's the lowest we've had in several years. It's not what we want. We want to increase enrollment.
Unfortunately, that won't be happening anytime soon. An order has been handed down from the CSU Chancellor Charles Reed to lower enrollment. The budget awarded to CSUs has been lowered by the state, and therefore all 23 campuses in the California State University system must enroll fewer students.
Unfortunately, unprecedented budget cut to the CSUs has meant that we have less money, and so we can't serve those students.
Campuses will decrease enrollment by about 9%. Chico State President Paul Zing has convinced Chancellor Reed to an 8.5% decrease for Chico State due to the community's dependence on the students who generate revenue. It's estimated that each student spends $13,000 annually in the local economy.
Chico is a community that really feels the difference between several hundred students being here or not.
Incoming freshmen will be affected the most. Higher test scores and grade point averages was a major factor in the acceptance of students coming in from outside the North State's 12 counties.
We tell students if you can stay in community college, finish your general education, transfer to a CSU as a what we call upper division student.
For now, the hands of California universities are tied, awaiting a decision to be made on the state budget, which many hope will allot proper funding for the students. In Chico, I'm Court Klopping, Action News.
And they may have to wait for a while. In San Diego today, Governor Schwarzenegger said he'd rather leave an unsigned budget for the next governor to deal with in January than to saddle his successor with a flawed system.
The Yankee Hill man charged with beating a neighbor to death is sentenced to life in prison. 24-year-old Leslie Bond Jr. was found guilty of second-degree murder last month after beating 24-year-old Adam Stiegler to death in January of 2009. Witnesses say Bond had a drunk altercation with his girlfriend and walked around his Yankee Hill trailer park looking for trouble. That's when he ran into Stiegler and beat him unconsciously, which eventually led to his death. Stiegler's family attended the sentencing earlier today and still can't understand why it happened.
My husband had to get up in front of the court and ask them I'm surprised he maintained himself and just asked that they give him what he respectfully gave my son, which was not much.
Bond's attorney has filed an appeal. The Stieglers, meanwhile, are hoping to file a wrongful death suit. An Action News update now regarding the woman involved in a fiery wreck earlier this week. 57-year-old Lottie Alberici has been moved to UC Davis Medical Center. She is in serious condition with burns to both legs. CHP investigators believe she may have fallen asleep at the wheel just minutes before her car went off Highway 99 and rolled down the embankment. Her car burst into flames. Thankfully, an Oroville man and 2 Chico motorcycle officers were able to get her out of the SUV. Family members tell Action News they know she was on prescription medications, but they don't know if it contributed to the crash.
A 2-car accident in the middle of Redding sends 2 people to the hospital with moderate injuries. It happened just after 1 this afternoon on Eureka Way when a small pickup pulled out of an alley near Rite Aid in front of a service van. The van slammed into the pickup. The driver of the van was not hurt, but the driver and passenger of the truck were taken to the hospital. Traffic was tied up for about an hour. And take a look at this. It happened in Chico on Eaton Road near the Esplanade. A woman smashed into a tree and then hit a fire hydrant. Chico firefighters were quickly able to turn off the gushing water. They don't know what caused the driver to lose control or the extent of her injuries.
The Hilltop Shopping Center in Redding, anchored by the old Gottschalks building, is going up for a foreclosure auction next month. Action News reporter Elizabeth Gadley has more on what this could mean for the shopping center and its regular customers.
We've known that the shopping center has been in receivership for some months now, and we just recently had a letter saying that it was going to go to public auction.
The old Gottschalks building and every space in the strip center except for Petco will be up for auction August 20th. Tenants we talked to say they were surprised when they heard the news.
The person that took over when the receivership started had a meeting here with all of the merchants, kind of informed us a little bit of how things were going to be, but didn't tell us a whole lot. And of course nothing about the center going to public auction or anything like that.
No one seemed to know exactly what it all meant, but shoppers definitely don't want to see the stores go.
I like shopping here. I think the stores, have been decent and well managed and so forth, and it would be a shame to see any more stores leave.
Linda Wigington, owner of Linda's Hallmark, says business has been good.
And we like it here. We really don't want to move anywhere else.
While an auction sounds scary, it isn't necessarily a bad thing. Anyone who buys the properties has to honor the existing leases, and if no one buys, the 2 parcels will become bank-owned properties.
Don't worry too much. We've renegotiated a new lease.
Even with all the changes, a new store, I Love Soccer, is getting ready to open up shop. They signed their lease knowing the auction was looming. In Reading, I'm Elizabeth Gedley, Action News.
The auction will be held at 11 in the morning on Friday, August 20th on the steps of the Shasta County Courthouse.
Bringing a big and prestigious bike race, the Amgen Tour of California to Butte County. Local organizers met this morning at the Chico Chamber of Commerce in an effort to make that happen. Representatives from Chico, Paradise, and Oroville put a bid on the Amgen Tour in 2010. While a stage was not awarded to Chico, the city was encouraged to resubmit for the 2011 race. The tour will cost between $150,000 to $200,000 to bring to town. Organizers say they need the help of the community in order to make this extraordinary opportunity a reality.
To do to actually submit the bid is create an amazing team of community members to actually take on positions that they will fulfill if we're actually awarded a stage.
For more information on the Amgen Tour and efforts to bring it to the North State, you can call the Chico Chamber of Commerce at 891-5556.
California is expanding a rebate program for shoppers purchasing energy-efficient appliances. The state's Cash for Appliances program is adding dishwashers, freezers, water heaters, as well as heating, ventilating, and air conditioning systems to the list of appliances eligible for rebates. The rebate amount varies from $50,000 to $1,000 depending on the appliance. The Cash for Appliances program began in the spring and is designed to cut energy use. About $19 million in rebates still are available for consumers. But in order to get one, you must prove you own a new qualifying appliance and dispose of the old one.